I'm James Parker, and this is Florida Story.
Thank you. So good to have you here. All right. For our first Florida story, just let me ask you, do you hate your HOA? We're going to Seminole County here, and this guy has been living in Seminole County for a while in the same little townhome, and he hates his HOA. And it starts off bad. And then after month, year after year, his hate grew to the hot heat of 1,000 suns. And it got so bad that this 53-year-old Florida man decided that he is going to burn down his townhouse and then shoot himself in the head. Anyway, well, that's the plan. First part of it goes fine. He throws gasoline all over his apartment. He lights a match. There's a giant boom. And then he sits on the steps outside the property, puts the pistol to his neck, fires, but he doesn't die. Paramedics find him before it's too late. They save him. He's now being charged with arson. And after that amazing story I just told you, the reason why you like Florida stories, hearing it from me better than the news, is because they tell the whole story backwards. Listen, they tell it exactly backwards. We go to WESH.
The fire happened on Crown Oaks Way in the Springs community in Longwood.
It says a statement from a treating paramedic said that Mark Herman stated he started the fire in an act of revenge against the homeowners association in charge of this property.
They just told it backwards. You're supposed to start with the HOA dispute and end with the fire, not start with the fire and end with the HOA dispute. And if my HOA is watching, I have no problems with HOAs whatsoever, nor leaving my trash cans out front too long. That's for sure.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
For our next Florida story, we're going to Brevard County, where I didn't know this was illegal, but a guy is fishing off the pier, which is legal, but he catches a shark. He pulls it up to the beach, whips out a hammer, and beats the shark to death. Now, so far, I don't see that anything's wrong, because if you catch any other fish, you're just going to kill it and probably eat it, right? But the guy's in trouble because he threw it back. I think it's illegal to kill sharks unless they're attacking you or whatever. But clearly he's in trouble for what he did because the news has a problem with it. This is WESH again.
Video captures a shark being beaten with a hammer on a Brevard County beach.
This video is graphic, and we want to warn you that you may find it disturbing. West 2's Dave McDaniel looks at the incident that's now being investigated.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it illegal to beat a killing machine with a hammer? I'm sorry. I thought this was America. You know, sharks, if they had their way with you, if the fight had gone the other way, the shark wouldn't have felt guilty about killing the human being. I don't think this guy should feel too guilty about killing a shark. I don't think he went out there seeking to kill a shark. And yeah, it's kind of sloppy and barbaric in the way the shark was killed. But any other fish that he pulls out of there, if he ends up killing it and eating it, there's no problem with that. Is the problem that he threw it back? Because all of them other fish, I'm going to eat them. I guess his crime was he didn't eat it. Next time, just eat the shark. Is that the lesson learned here? I don't know. I have no idea.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
For our next Florida story, this is a sad one. Miami-Dade County, we have these guys. These are just workers. This guy's working on the infrastructure of a canal. And through part of the canal, it has to go under a roadway. And so they have these big culverts, like these giant concrete pipes. And I dare call them a pipe. A human being can walk through them. But I guess there's some maintenance that's to be done in these things. And a Florida man, he's down there. And I mean, what a job you have to put on no matter what the temperature is outside. You have to go underwater in a scuba suit and perform some sort of industrial maintenance on a underwater canal culvert. He's supposed to come up after 30 minutes. Well, it's after 40 minutes, his coworkers get concerned and they go looking for him. It takes him a long time to find him. When they find him, technically he is still alive, but he's unconscious. They helicopter him to the hospital, but it's no avail. And there's no punchlines here other than the fact of, man, every way you can think of possibly dying happens in Florida. I mean, this poor guy, I don't know how you're going to die, but the odds, you're more likely to win the Powerball than die in a scuba suit under a canal culvert in a giant pipe. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Okay, for our last Florida story, we're going to Homestead. We have a hard situation here. Mom and dad are going through money problems because neither one of them is currently employed. Dad just lost his job. Bills are piling up, and they got to get a bunch of stuff together to pawn. So they get some small appliances. Dad has a couple of guns. There's some jewelry, some hand-me-downs. And all they got to do is drop the daughter off at kindergarten and then go to the pawn shop. However, somehow, this is the story at least, it got mixed up and dad's pistol ended up in the daughter's backpack. So the daughter shows up to kindergarten, and when she opens up her backpack, there's a gun in here.
And the little girl's dad is now facing serious charges. Let's get right to Local 10's Trent Kelly live with this shocking story today. Trent.
Well, Calvin, according to police, that .40 caliber unloaded handgun was discovered by a teacher. The father of that girl apparently forgot his gun in his daughter's backpack as they were planning to pawn that gun later in the day.
The fact that it was unloaded and no one was in danger the entire time makes the whole, tone like this is some horrible tragedy just seem ridiculously overblown. Yo, Florida, you've got all kinds of natural disasters going on. You've got hurricanes, you've got pythons, you've got crocodiles and alligators, Casey Anthony, George Zimmerman, homeless people doing bath salts, biting people's faces off. And 0% of your mayhem comes from kindergartners with unloaded guns. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. What is it?
Florida Stories is produced by Spring Rock. Follow me on Twitter at Florida Stories J. I'm James Parker, and this is Florida Stories.
Jackham. Snap, Send, and Save is not just for buyers. If you're thinking about listing your home and you're unsure, right? Just like buyers. Who, when, where, should I, could I? If you're thinking about selling, if you're a seller and thinking about listing your home, just simply go to Snap, Send, and Save. Click on Services and sit and go thinking about selling. There's a tab on there. And we'll reach out to you. We can let you know what you're looking at, your home value. We could get put together a free analysis for you to let you know what you can look at getting. So it's for everybody. And you don't have the pressure of the realtor or anything like that. You get with me, and then we go from there, and we let you know exactly what you're looking at. So Snap, Send, and Save is truly for everybody.